Hello students, in this video of ours, we are going to learn about the class Mammalia of superclass Tetrapoda. So this is the most advanced class. We belong to this class and let's see the characteristics of this class. As the name suggests, class Mammalia, the peculiar distinguishing feature of this class, the organism of this class is are mammary glands. So mammary glands are present in these organisms to nourish their young ones. So mammary glands are present in female bodies to nourish the young ones. So the milk producing glands are there to nourish the young ones. So the parental care is all the more prominent in this class. Mammals are terrestrial, aquatic, aerial, arboreal. They are surviving, they are living in various habitats. They can be on land, they are there on the land, they are there in the water, they are there in the air, they are there on trees. So it can be terrestrial, aquatic, aerial, or arboreal. Everywhere you will find the members of class Mammalia. Most of them are herbivores, few are carnivores, and some are omnivores. Some of them are herbivores, like they are depending only on the plant and plant products for their food. Some of them are carnivores, they are depending only on the flesh of the other animals for their food, and some are omnivores. They are depending on plant products, plants, as well as on animal flesh for their food. So they are omnivores like human beings. Locomotion is by limbs. We have forelimbs and hind limbs for the locomotion. Body is divided into head, neck, trunk, and tail. So these are the four prominent parts of the body. Tail is not necessarily present in all the mammals. It can be absent as well. So in that case, head, neck, and trunk are the portions, the differentiation of the body. They are homeothermous, that means they are warm-blooded animals. The body temperature is constant body temperature is there, and they do not depend on the temperature of the surrounding for their body. So they keep their body temperature constant. Exoskeleton is in the form of skin. You will find hair. That is another peculiar characteristic of this class. The hair is present on the skin. Furs are present, nails, hooves. These are the form of the exoskeleton which are present on the skin. Skin is glandular, having sweat glands and sebaceous glands. So the glands are present. There are glandular pockets in the skin which are secreting sweat and sebaceous. So sebaceous glands are present and sweat glands are present on the skin. Body cavity is divided into two parts, thoracic cavity and abdominal cavity by a diaphragm. So there is a partition of the diaphragm which divides thoracic cavity from the abdominal cavity. Thoracic cavity is the cavity which is having the rib cage and the lungs, and below that you will find diaphragm, and after diaphragm there is abdominal cavity. Mammals show the presence of external ear. This external ear, which is also called pinna, is the peculiar feature of mammals. So this external ear is also present. Then we are having different types of teeth in jaws. So jaws are there, and these jaws are having different types of teeth. Incisors, canines, molars, and premolars. These are the four types of teeth which we are having in upper jaw and lower jaw. Heart is completely four-chambered. We are having four-chambered heart with double circulation. So that means there is no mixing of oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood, because complete four-chambered heart is present, two auricles and two ventricles, which are with the double circulation. So there is systematic circulation, there is pulmonary circulation, and the complete separation of deoxygenated blood from the oxygenated blood is maintained with the help of four-chambered hearts. Then RBCs are biconcave. Now here the RBCs are biconcave. So both the sides they are concave and without a nucleus. So here the nucleus is not present in the RBC except camel. Blood is red in color because we have the red pigment hemoglobin, and respiration is by lungs. This is the structure cross section of the human skin, which is showing the hair follicles. So hair follicles are there through which the hairs are coming out, and we have the oil glands also. The oil glands here are sebaceous glands. So oil glands are there, but they are secreting sebaceous. So they are called sebaceous gland. And then they have the sweat glands. We are having sweat glands also, and there are minute pores on the surface of the skin through which the sweat and the sebaceous the oil comes out from the oil glands and the sebaceous, the sweat gland, and the hair follicles. Through the hair follicles, the hair also comes. This is the thoracic cavity and the abdominal cavity, which is separated by uh, uh, compartmentalization, that is the partition, which is diaphragm. Now the jaws are having different types of teeth. So you will find we are having four types of teeth. Incisors are there, canines are there, molars are there, and premolars are there in upper as well as in lower jaw. Then we are having completely four chambered heart, and there is absolutely no mixing. Right atrium is there, left atrium is there, right ventricle and left ventricle, completely separated by the valves. Then the brain is also very well developed. If you compare the brain of mammals from the brain of amphibia, reptiles, or apes, we find a well developed and a complex brain structure here. Now this is platypus. The platypus is the mammal which is oviparous, the only mammal which is oviparous. So they are laying eggs. Otherwise, all mammals are viviparous. They are giving birth to the young ones. And in kangaroo, you will find the pouch is present to keep the baby in the pouch. So these are the adaptations. These are the special features in some of the special mammals.